Hi, I'm right here in the city of Lisbon, and in today's video I'm going to share with you how to live in Lisbon. If you are new to this channel, if this is the first time you are coming across my videos, in this channel my mission is to visit every country on earth, where we will learn about the uniqueness of every country, the people, the culture, the tradition, lifestyle, and a little bit all aspect of life. So do me a favor by clicking the subscribe button and turn on the notification on as I take you to all country on earth. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Fine.
Oh, great. I have a question for you. How to live here in Lisbon? What can you share about life here, the cost of living, and everything? What can you share?
All right. So, since I'm coming from Germany, the cost of living here is way less.
Okay.
Like in Portugal in general, but in Lisbon I have to experience that it's pretty much the same actually, especially the rents. Like I pay the same amount.
How much?
I mean, now I'm paying less. I'm paying around 300 with expenses. You can also find a room like this in Germany, but for the last one I paid around 400, so it's quite a lot, because the average, like the minimum wage, I think it's 650, around 700. Okay. So there's not a lot of money left to live, but still the life here is way more, like it's really easy. Everyone is like always outside. I don't know, everyone is down to do something, and yeah, it's really easy to get to know people. People are really friendly, really open, and you meet a lot of international people. Like I met a lot of people from everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And the 300, 400 euros for your rent, is it in the city center here, or where is it?
Yeah, it's in the city center. It's like 20 minutes walk from here.
20 minutes walk from here. Oh,
So
that is good.
Yeah,
it's a room.
Yeah, it's a room. Like I'm sharing with 4 friends.
Okay.
It's a nice flat.
Okay, it's a flat, but everybody have his own room.
Yeah. Exactly. Quite small rooms, but enough.
It's enough.
Yeah.
For
and
now.
we're not home a lot. Like we're always outside.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Because it's full. Lisbon also is full of life. So
yes,
I think.
Yes. And like the weather is always great. Like it's raining. I feel like it's almost never raining here.
Wow.
So you can go out almost every day, and yeah, it's really nice. It never gets that cold as in Germany, so.
Yeah, because even in France it's cold, because I'm from France and it's cold. Look at the way I am. I think I cannot stay like this in France now.
Yeah, no,
So,
never.
So thank you very much for sharing. I really appreciate it. It will help a lot of young people that maybe want to come to study here or want to live here, or for Erasmus or whatever, and maybe for internship, or people who want to come to work here, or expat. It will help them. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Welcome to Lisbon.
Oh, thank you.
This is one of our tourist spot.
Okay.
Lifestyle in Lisbon, if you compare with the other European countries, in terms of safety, it's a very nice country.
Okay.
In terms of work, it's not the best one. We pass a crisis now.
Yes.
With all this corona, we have a lot of unemployment at the moment. And the minimal wage in Portugal, if you compare with the other countries, this is nothing. We are trying to achieve at least for the year 2024 700 euros.
For minimum wages?
Yeah. So, for most of the other Europeans that come here, the lifestyle is cheaper. Okay. About the employments, we are trying to improve now. Okay. But let's see, we have all these questions about Corona and what is the future will reserve for all of us. And but I advise you at least to know the country.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Yeah, shared a lot. This is the second time someone is telling me that Lisbon is a very safe place. And I have found it. I've been here now for a couple of days now, and I can see that it's true. And you have said it all because of the corona. It's difficult for everybody now, but is hoping that the minimum wage can be at least 700 euros. Okay, what kind of advice you can give to like young people that looking for job? What are the easiest ways to find a job in this place?
Well, we belong to a European community, and they have strict laws about immigration.
Exactly.
But if you fill up of all the requisites,
yes,
I think we'll be okay. But almost all the companies now are facing adapting to our time.
Okay.
And maybe now it's not really the time to make the big change.
Okay.
But let's see after this one, because if the economy improves, we will need, because the population of Lisbon is becoming old. We need all the hands.
Yes.
It's like the Americans say, all hands on deck.
Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have heard it from him direct, right, and cash. Thank you very much for sharing this valuable information to young people. You have heard from me. If you have all the requirements, they belong to the European Union. So everything they do based on what they decide in the parliament, European Parliament. So getting documents as a foreigner, you need to get your document. If you have everything it takes to work here, you will find your job. Even though now it's a little bit difficult, you'll find your way out. So that is how it is. But for now, thank you very much for everything.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. I hope you enjoyed Portugal.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Great, thanks for asking. I have an important question for you.
Okay.
What can you share about life here in Lisbon? How to live in Lisbon?
It's a good way to live in Lisbon. It's very good. It's a good city. Now it's a little bit expensive, but you have good food, good space to go, good place to know. Yeah, the life is a little bit expensive right now, but for us Portuguese, because our what we want is not the good part. You have some places is very good, the food is very good, the people are very, very helpful, and you will feel it. All the Portuguese are like that. So if you want to come to Portugal, come to Portugal. It's very good.
Wow. So she said it's a little bit difficult because of the current issues of COVID and the rest. So life is a little bit expensive right now, but it's a good place. You can meet the Portuguese people, and most of them are very helpful. That is what she's saying.
Yes.
And where can you advise for someone to go and look for rent and house rent?
You can go far from the city.
Go far from the city?
Yeah, like all the little cities that you have around Lisbon, they are they are less expensive than the city. The city is too expensive. Imagine sometimes you pay with just a room that you divide with 4 or 5 people. You pay 300 euros just for a room. It's very expensive at this moment.
She's advising, if you want to come to live here in Lisbon, or even you are coming to study here and you're looking for an accommodation, make sure you go a little bit out of the city centers.
Yeah, because now you can go from one part of the city to the other one just for 40 years. You pay the bus thing, and you can travel for all the cities, so it's not expensive. You can see if the place that you're gonna live have buses and metro, and you can just
come to the city center whenever you want.
Yeah, it's very quick. Not from car, but from bus and subway. It's very, very, very easy.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing.
welcome.
I really appreciate it. Hello, brother.
Yes, fine.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Great. I have a question for you. How is life in Lisbon?
Lisbon, the life is easy, it's not easy.
Okay, it's easy. The life is easy, not easy.
Not
Okay.
easy, yeah. The life is easy, it's not easy. Because Lisbon is have too much work, yeah. But the work is very hard. So Lisbon, when you like document, when you come here, okay, the Europe, Germany, Holland, Belgium, France, easy document. But Portugal, when you come here, when you work here 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, you get your document. Yes. Portugal is have one system. When you have only one passport, you work here.
When you have only one passport?
Yes, you have passport. After you go to make the document to Portugal, Security Social, manifestation, contributing. When you have that passport, you work here, no problem.
Oh, so
okay. So when you work 1 year, you make discount. When you make discount the government 1 year something. After you get your document.
Good. So he said in Portugal it is easy and at the same time not easy.
Yes.
Number one, he said it's also easy to get document and there is a lot of work here. So if you are willing to work, if you are patient, work at least like if you work for like 1 year, after 1 year, you can easily get your document. Exactly. And they like people that only have one passport. Like you have only one nationality, you don't have double nationalities.
Exactly.
So if you have only one nationality and you don't have European document yet, if you are working here after the 1 year, they can give you. You go to the office, the immigration office,
yes.
and they will give you your document. Since I came in, I see that life here is very cheap.
Yeah, the food is cheap. The food is not too
expensive.
No expensive, no expensive.
So the food is cheap and it's not that too expensive. Thank you very much, brother, for sharing.
Welcome.
Hello, man.
Hi.
How are you?
Very good, and you?
Great. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I just run into a German that is living here, so he want to share his opinion and life, his experience as a whole, right here in Lisbon, Portugal. So, what can you share about life here compared to like Germany? What do you see? What kind of positive side and important things you can share with people, young people that want to come over here to study or to live here? What can you say?
Life is cheaper than the life in Germany.
Okay.
So that's very positive. And another positive thing is the food. So I think you have a lot of possibilities. So meat or fish. So yeah, I think you can every day find something to eat.
Okay.
But negative thing is that you can also see the difference between the poverty and the rich. The rich people who lives here. So there's a big difference between them.
Okay.
And there's the poverty builds one group and the rich people builds one group. So there's no interaction.
Okay, a little bit separation.
Yeah.
It's not like in Germany. In Germany, everybody is like the same. You cannot differentiate.
Yeah, I think that's also the different, but you can't see it directly. So I think here it's easier to see it directly.
Okay, because it's clear.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. He said the only thing is here, the positive aspect is less expensive than Germany. The food is very good. For him, life is okay. And the other negative thing you see here is like the difference between the more rich and the less, the average man. So it's more clearer here. So that is what you don't really like about it. That is okay. Thank you very much for sharing.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too.
You're welcome.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great, thanks for asking. Yeah, I am right here in the harbor. You can see the beautiful harbor just behind us. But right now I'm going to ask our Miss here, Miss Lisbon, I can say, because we are here in Lisbon, Miss Lisbon of Portugal. So she is going to share with us life here. How is life in general in this place? So what can you share, Miss?
So, right now Lisbon has become a very touristic city.
Okay.
So sometimes it's very hard to find accommodation. The prices of houses have been going up. The housing market is not at its best right now. So if you want to come here to study or to work, for sure keep that in mind, that you will have to make a lot of research, and depending on the place you want to be and the areas which will benefit you more, you will have to think, okay, do I need to share a house with someone? How close or how far it is to transport? But it is everywhere. But keep in mind that the prices are not as friendly as you might think. So yeah, but in terms of relation of cost and quality, I think it's one of the best countries in Europe, I guess.
Relation with people?
No, in things. So for example, if you buy something, the relation of cost and quality.
Okay.
I think it's more friendly than in other countries of Europe, I believe.
I think I just spoke to a friend of mine, which is from a YouTuber friend of mine. He's from India. So he just said that like the cost, things are more cheaper, but with very good quality as like in other countries in Europe, but things are less cheaper in this place.
That's relative, because you can find cheap things and expensive things
At the same time, yeah.
at the same time. It depends where you look, and it's not. I don't think there's a rule.
Okay. I think you are a student.
Yeah, I am a student.
Okay. What can you share about student life? What to know about studies? If someone want to come over here to study.
Okay, so if you come by Erasmus, it's the process, the bureaucracy is so much easier than if you come out of Europe.
Okay.
So if you come from a country out of Europe, I think it will be a lot harder in terms of authorizations. Now with COVID, I think.
Documents and all that.
Exactly. So beyond the bureaucracy part of the studying here, I think one of the best advices I can give you is to try and get accommodation from student housing. So some universities, most of them have student housing.
Okay.
So which is much more cheaper and sometimes a little bit safer, because you create a community of students and of outsiders. So that's one of the best advices I can give you if you come to Portugal to study, is to find a community of students. Also because of the housing is more accessible and all of that. So I would recommend Lisbon for studying, because I think it's a very safe city. It's a very safe city. So maybe in comparison to bigger cities in Europe, Lisbon, I think it's a good compromise between city life and safety.
Okay.
In my opinion, even for going out. Of course, there's danger everywhere, but in comparison, I think Lisbon is
more safe than other great cities in Europe.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, because I think what you are saying, I can also say yes, because many cities in Europe, it seems like there are soldiers with guns walking around the city. But yeah, since I'm here, I didn't see any soldier with guns or whatever. So it's only the police, and even the police, they are not with guns. So I think, yeah, Lisbon is safe. Yeah. So do you have any site in internet that a student will go and ask for that accommodation?
I think every university has its own. Okay. But if you are looking for a more general housing state, for example, if you are looking for a house that is not related to students specifically, you can just go and type on Google like rooms in Lisbon or houses in Lisbon or sharing units in Lisbon and compare the prices. It's not really a specific site. Okay. It's just research.
General.
Yeah, general. Not that I know, at least. Maybe there's others, but I'm not an outsider in Lisbon. I'm here born and raised, so I don't have much of a perspective of someone that has come in. So I'm just giving like my knowledge.
Your knowledge. And your knowledge is valuable because you are born and raised here, so it's very, very valuable. So what can you share about like a job for students? Like some student that want to work and at the same time still study. I'm giving you guys all. You have to pay me for this. Huh? So
for jobs, around Lisbon you have a lot of part-times, but sometimes you have to see if the schedule of the part-time works with your
studies. Yeah, normal
schedule. Sometimes even if you have the morning free, sometimes they are a little bit a pain in the ass with hours. A lot of part-times have rotative schedules, so sometimes it's just a matter of asking a lot of places, because the more you ask, the more options you get. And it's just comparing different options. A lot of people will try and work at a cafe, a coffee shop, or a pastry shop, or maybe like a clothes shop. Those are the more, I think,
as a salesman or saleswoman.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be.
Employ very easily for students. That's
Yeah, generally.
general.
Generally,
Okay.
they usually they have a lot in consideration that you are a student, so they are a little bit more flexible with schedules.
Okay.
Because they know you're studying. They are also flexible
With your time.
with your time.
With
you
your
know,
time,
they,
yeah.
they know
Your
that's-
availability when you are free, when you are not studying.
Exactly,
So
and maybe they will, for example, if you're studying and another person is not studying and doing the same work, maybe they will prioritize your needs and try to give you a schedule that works better with you. But that's not always the same in every establishment. So
Yes.
it really depends of your employer.
Yes.
It's not, yeah. That's
oh, she has given us everything. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
She said depend on what you want, but as a student, if you want some student job, you can go to these shops in the city. Maybe from some boutiques or some restaurants or some bars. There you can easily find a job, and they can also depend on your availability, your free time. They can also adapt with you.
I wouldn't say it's easy. It's definitely possible, but you have to keep in mind that
Okay.
the fact that you are looking for a job, a lot of people are also looking for a job. So other people that are coming in and also locals are also looking for a job. So there is a lot of people looking
Okay.
for jobs. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's not impossible at all.
Okay.
It's not impossible at all.
So that is you are giving us, your message is sometimes it can be difficult, but don't give up. Keep on giving your CV out, and you will find something along the way. So just keep on doing your thing and keep on pressing forward, and one day you will get what you want. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Hello,
How are you?
I am good and you?
Great. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I have a question for you. How to live in Lisbon? What can you share about life here in
So-
Lisbon?
Lisbon is a big city.
Okay.
Big, not city, like I forgot the name, but like
It's a big region.
yeah, it's a big region. So like you have the Ericeira and Cascais, they're full of beaches.
Yes. Beach. The seaside.
Sand and water.
Yeah.
So like for me, for example, I spend my whole holidays in Ericeira because it's very nice to see the holiday days. There's animation, like there's hammers to be.
There's a lot of activities
Yeah,
there too.
exactly.
Okay.
And there's also a park where you can lift.
Okay.
You know.
Free training, gym and
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
And what is the name of the place? Very clearly, the name of the
Ericeira.
Elisaida.
Ericeira.
Elisaida. My
Exactly.
Portuguese, my Portuguese is not good enough, but I hope you get it.
It's a very beachy place, and there's a lot of
Activities
yeah. It's
Wow.
really cool in the summer.
in the summer. Oh, that is
Especially in the summer because it's around the water. So
okay.
yeah. For you have Sintra also. It's more rural. It's more historical place. So I went there to go and do volunteering. I don't know.
Volunteer, yes.
Volunteer for 3 years straight. So
Wow.
what I can say is like there's 4 monuments you're more likely to visit or see because they're the most famous. You have Palácio da Pena, which is on top of the column. It's like it has 2 colors of the palace. It's yellow and red. It's very beautiful, honestly. I think it's on UNESCO.
UNESCO.
Yeah, I think it's on UNESCO because it's a very
Yeah,
very
they have already asked me to go and visit Sintra.
yeah.
So maybe I can visit it in this my trip, or maybe if not
Yeah.
next time.
Then there's the Quinta da Regaleira,
Okay.
which is like an absolute. Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
Too beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice garden, which has a lot of theater sometimes.
Whoa.
Yeah, sometimes theater, dancing, music. It has a lot of that activities, especially on the night.
And the night. Wow.
Yeah. And then,
Guys, note all these things down, huh?
and then you have the how do you say it?
Mountains.
it's on a mountain, but you're like
The walls.
the walls.
Okay.
Yeah, you have those walls.
Beautiful walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the China.
Like the Chinese one.
But way
but-
smaller.
But it's more smaller.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that famous Chinese wall, but it's a more smaller one. Okay.
Yeah, a very small one compared to the China one.
Okay.
And then you have the Palacio Nacional, which is where the king and queen lived, like in century
Before.
15 or something. It's very beautiful. It has a chimneys. Very beautiful. Then you have the Kelush Palace, which
Okay.
is on Kelush, which is more suburban
Okay.
areas, which is like constructed on the 18th century.
18th century. Okay.
So it's really beautiful and has a beautiful garden with horses and everything. I went there.
Wow.
Besides that, I mean, there's a lot of museums to visit.
To visit in Sintra.
To visit in both Lisbon and Sintra.
Yes.
But,
I have visited also.
My favorite is on Lisbon, which is the Museum of Science, on natural science.
Okay.
It's on Rato, the station Rato.
Rato. Okay. Rato. Rato. Okay. This one. Rato. Okay.
So it's very cool. It has like it's very several experience with science, you know.
Experiments.
Yeah, it's very. You
Nice.
can touch.
You can touch it.
It's very interactive.
Ooh.
I do like it. Yeah.
So she has shared with us a lot. She has given us everything, guys. So if you are visiting Portugal, especially Lisbon, you are covered. Thank you very much for sharing with us.
welcome.
She has given us, write them down. Sintra, there is a lot of great places to visit in Sintra.
And food.
Okay.
I cannot forget about the food.
Okay.
There's two famous dishes in Sintra,
Okay.
which is like the queijadas
Queijadas, okay.
and the travesseiros.
Trapshires.
Travesseiros.
I hope I said it well. So guys, write all these things down. It's important.
Personally,
Yeah.
I do prefer travesseiros. They're full of sugar. There's
Okay.
a lot of sugar in that.
Oh,
I
you
do like it.
Okay. So
Yeah. It's
if you
very-
like sugar, okay, go for that. But for me, I will go for that because I don't like too much sugar. So anyway, thank you very much for sharing. I really appreciate you. Give us everything. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Joel Tamara. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification so you will get notified of my upcoming videos as I take you to every country on earth. Until then, have a wonderful and inspiring day. Bye-bye.